Elizabeth. It's Friday, the 21st day in the month of November 2025. A beautiful afternoon to you. Welcome to Newsline and Melody 100.7 FM here in our United Kingdom studios. I am Elizabeth Awoku. Let's dive into the headlines. Students, staff feared missing after terrorist raid on Niger Catholic School. IPOB reject life sentence for Nnamdi Kanu. Says agitation not a crime. Bandits demand 3 billion naira to free Kwara churchgoers. And on the foreign scene, Trump-backed plan seeks Ukrainian concessions, Russia's G8 return. And on sports news today, Asamoah Gyan tips Nigeria as top contender for 2025 AFCON. Here is the news in detail, starting with national stories. Tension has gripped Niger State after terrorists launched a midnight assault on St. Mary's School, a Catholic institution in the Papiri community of Agwara local government area, abducting an unconfirmed number of students and staff. Details remain unclear, but according to the Newsman, multiple sources say that several students were taken during the late-night raid. Fear and uncertainty now hang over the community as families await official updates. A source from one of the Catholic churches in Niger State confirmed the incident, explaining that the school was still trying to determine the exact number of victims. The indigenous people of Biafra has rejected Thursday's judgment of the Federal High Court in Abuja sentencing its leader Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment on 7 terrorism-related charges. In a statement on Friday by its spokesman, Emma Powerful, the group insisted that Kanu committed no offense known to Nigerian law and maintained that his agitation amounted only to self-determination, which it argued is a protected right under international conventions. Powerful faulted the judgment delivered by Justice James Omotosho, accusing the judge of refusing to apply Section 36, subsection 12 of the 1999 Constitution, which states that a person shall not be convicted of an offense unless it is defined in a written law. Emma Powerful said the wish to inform the global community, diplomatic missions, international media, and lovers of freedom that they shall in the coming days and weeks lay bare the fundamental defects, contradictions, and illegalities that define the recent ruling issued by Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court, Abuja. In another story, the bandit who abducted worshippers from the Christ Apostolic Church Okegon Awoku in the Ekiti local government area of Kwara State have reportedly demanded 100 million naira ransom per victim. According to the pastor in charge of the church, Lawrence Bamidele, between 30 and 35 worshippers were abducted in the Tuesday evening violent attack during the church service. Multiple family sources and community leaders confirmed to the Newsman on Thursday that the kidnappers had commenced contacting relatives of the victims using the phones of the abductees. The secretary of the CSC Assembly, Elder Josiah Agbabiaka, told the Newsman that some families had already been reached by the abductors. Thank you for staying tuned. Newsline returns shortly. Stay with us.
Melody FM 100.7. Doing business without advertising is like winking at a girl in the dark. Do not be like a potential bachelor who is busy cutting an eye for a beautiful lady in a very dark room. Give your business the much needed publicity it deserves. Come do business with us by advertising your goods and services on Melody 100.7 FM Ibadan, and let's use our platform to uplift your own. Advertise with us by contacting our marketing department at number 2 MB Mapadero Street, Bodewa Simi Bashoru Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. Telephone 0915 500 107. That is 0915 500 1007. You can also follow us on all our social media platforms at Melody 107 FM. At Melody FM Ibadan, we help make your business to blow. Yaga yaga. Melody FM, your real home of entertainment. Stay cool, stay cool. This Melody. Melody FM 100.7.
Welcome back. You've been listening to Newsline and Melody 100.7 FM. Thank you for staying with us. The news continues, and straight to the business story. The Office of the Auditor General of the Federation has accused the Central Bank of Nigeria, under the leadership of the former Governor Godwin Emefiele, of recirculating dirty and unfit banknotes valued at 29.77 billion naira, in violation of the Apex Bank's own clean note policy. The allegation is contained in the newly released Auditor General's annual report on non-compliance and internal control weaknesses in MDAs for the year ended December 31, 2022, which detailed how several CBN branches issued banknotes already classified as counted audited dirt, a category of note formally processed and certified as unfit for circulation. According to the audit report, the CBN released the condemned notes across Abuja, Lagos, Bauchi, and Jos branches between April and December 2022. The Abuja branch accounted for the bulk of the reissued notes, with 28.61 billion naira released between October and December 2022. The Lagos branch issued 970 million naira in December 2022, while Bauchi released 30 million naira in April of the same year. The Jos branch issued 50 million naira and 100 million naira on May 16 and May 27, 2022, respectively. And on the foreign scene, a draft 28-point plan backed by U.S. President Donald Trump would require Ukraine to offer territorial and security concessions to Moscow, while Russia would be readmitted to the G8 group and receive sanctions relief. Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff and Secretary of State Marco Rubio had been quietly working on the plan for around a month, according to White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said he expected to discuss the plan with Trump in coming days. And straight to entertainment story. Famed Nigerian actress Toyin Abraham has voiced strong concern over the rising insecurity across the country. Reacting to the recent terrorist attack in Kwara State and the abduction of schoolgirls in Kebbi State, the actress lamented the worsening security situation in Nigeria. According to reports, 3 people were killed and several worshippers were kidnapped on Tuesday evening during a church event in Eruku Ekiti's local government area of Kwara State. The attack happened just hours after 25 female secondary school students were abducted in Kebbi State on Monday, November 17, 2025. These incidents have stirred widespread public outrage, with some celebrities urging President Bola Tinubu to step down over what they described as his failure to ensure the safety of citizens. Finally, on Sport News today, Former Ghanaian captain Asamoah Gyan has tipped Nigeria as one of the leading contenders for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations, scheduled to take place in Morocco from December 21, 2025 to January 18, 2026. With Ghana missing out on qualification for the tournament, Gyan noted that the Super Eagles stand a strong chance of competing for the trophy alongside host nation Morocco and reigning champions Ivory Coast. After failing to secure a spot at the 2026 World Cup in the US, Canada, and Mexico, Nigeria is expected to push hard for their fourth African title in Morocco. Speaking on the sidelines of the 2025 CAF Awards in Morocco on Wednesday, Gyan added that the Super Eagles should draw motivation from both the recent World Cup setback and their disappointing outing in the previous AFCON. Before we end Newsline, here is a recap of the highlights. Students, staff feared missing after terrorist raid on Niger Catholic School. IPOB rejects life sentence for Nnamdi Kanu, says agitation not a crime. Bandit demand 3 billion naira to free Kwara churchgoers. And on the foreign scene, Trump-backed plan seeks Ukrainian concessions, Russia's G8 return. And lastly, on sport news, we told you that Asamoah Gyan tips Nigeria as top contender for 2025 AFCON. We've come to the end of Newsline and Melody 100.7 FM. Kindly join us on our social media platforms for more news stories and excellent programming. Newsline was compiled and produced by Kudirat Hakim Apampa and Bobola Egunfemi. Edited by Eyitayo Olushola. I am Elizabeth Awoku. Please stay tuned for the Yoruba version of the news shortly. Good afternoon, many thanks for listening, and thank God it's Friday.
Melody 100.